Hello, St. Charles High School. How may I help you?
Hi, my name is Patrick Duffy. I am a group accounts manager with the Reading Fightin' Phillies, and the reason I'm calling today is that I was hoping to speak with somebody in charge of group outings for your school. Is there any way you can direct me to this person?
Yes, that would be Lainey. I'll transfer you over now.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Hello, this is Lainey.
Hi, Lainey. My name is Patrick Duffy with the Reading Fightin' Phillies. I am a group accounts manager, and I was told that you oversaw the school group outings. Is that correct?
That is correct. What can I do for you?
So, like I said, I'm with the Reading Fightin' Phillies, and I'm just calling to see if I can interest you in a group outing here at the ballpark. Have you ever heard of the Reading Fightin' Phillies?
I have heard of you guys, actually.
Okay, and have you ever been to a game?
I myself have been to numerous games over the years with my family.
Awesome. All right, so like I said, we are the Reading Fightin' Phillies. We are the minor league affiliate, AA, of the Philadelphia Phillies. We currently reside in the longest active minor league baseball stadium in the country. It is a very historic ballpark that people really feel connected to because of our vast history.
That's very cool. A lot of our students here are huge Phillies fans.
That is great to hear. So I'm calling to find out a little bit more information about group outings that you guys at St. Charles have done in the past. Would you mind telling me a little bit about these outings?
Sure. We have different class outings throughout the year. We are currently actually looking for a senior class trip for this upcoming school year. Usually our field trips are educational based, like a trip to Washington, D.C., but we always try to have at least one fun activity to celebrate our senior class.
Okay, so like you said, you're looking for a senior class trip. What kind of senior class trips have you done in the past?
In the past, our senior class trips have been to places such as Dorney Park and Six Flags, but we're trying to find something new because we found that not a lot of our students are enjoying the amusement park trips anymore.
I'm really sorry to hear that. What kind of experiences have you guys had at these amusement parks?
We've just found that a lot of our students don't really enjoy riding the ride as much as we thought they did, and they just kind of want the day to be over, which isn't what we want our senior class trip to be about.
Oh, that's terrible. How many students usually go on the senior class trip?
We have roughly about 200 seniors in our senior classes.
And they all go on the class trip?
For the most part,
Okay.
yes. We do try to make sure all of our seniors get to go on the class trip.
All right, good to hear. And on top of that, I'm assuming you have some teachers and chaperones that accompany them. Is that correct?
Yes. On top of the 250 students, we usually have around 20 to 25 staff and chaperones come on the trip.
All right. In terms of goals, do you have any goals you'll try to accomplish with the senior class trip?
As I said, I wouldn't necessarily say we have goals for a senior class trip. At the end of the day, we just want our seniors to have one last fun day together before they all graduate.
That's great. I think the senior class definitely deserves that. I remember my senior class trip, and it was a ton of fun. So, when do you usually do the senior class trip?
We usually try to do a senior class trip sometime during May or June when our seniors are getting ready for graduation.
Mm-hmm. All right, so May or June. Now, do you think that your senior class would enjoy a day at the Reading Fightin' Phillies ballpark for a game?
I think it's definitely a good possibility. Roughly 80% of our senior class does partake in some sort of athletic team here at St. Charles. And currently our varsity baseball and softball teams are made up of mostly seniors.
That's great. I actually also played varsity baseball, so I'm sure I can see where they're coming from. And you said the students love getting out of the classroom for a field trip. So do you think your students would prefer a weekday game over a weekend game?
We would definitely like to do a weekday game, preferably a Friday if available.
Okay, so I am looking at our schedule right now, and unfortunately we don't have any Friday games, but we do have day games. One of them is on Wednesday, May 8th, and the other one is going to be Thursday, May 9th. Do you think either of these dates would be preferable to you?
Those dates could possibly work. Also, what kind of prices are we looking at? Because we do have a budget of around $10,000.
Alright, so with a budget of $10,000, I'm thinking that the best option we can give to you would be our pool area. The tickets are only going to be $22 a ticket, which is going to be, with students and chaperones included, roughly $6,000 for the event, which, because the game is in May, it's going to save you $3 on every ticket. Or if I can, understandably, if you don't want to be in a pool area in the month of May with the chance of cold weather, we do have our third base deck picnic. It's going to be a little more expensive. Those tickets are $25, not $22, so that'll be a little more expensive. But both of these areas would be able to seat the roughly 200 people you would have at the ballpark.
Wow, you guys have a pool. That sounds amazing. I don't know of many baseball teams that have a pool. How much would the pool area cost?
So yeah, we are a very unique stadium in terms that we do have a pool in our stadium. The cost for the game, like I said, is roughly $6,000, $22 a ticket. I take it you guys are more interested in the pool area than the third base area because, like I said, not a lot of places have a pool. We are very unique in that respect.
I would say the pool does sound rather good to me. And it would keep us very under budget.
Yep.
I do have a couple questions.
Okay.
Like, what kind of food? What if people don't want to swim? And since you mentioned it might be cold or chillier that day, is your pool heated by any chance?
These are all common questions. A lot of people do ask these. So even if your kids or chaperones don't want to swim, we do have 31 tables in our pool area. So you can seat, and they all seat 10 people, so that seats 310 people pretty comfortably. The pool area comes with an all-you-can-eat buffet with the ticket, and that all-you-can-eat buffet goes on for 2.5 hours. It will open an hour before game time, so you'll have it before game and during the first couple innings of the game. And along with that, you'll get like mascot character visits throughout the game. And I believe that last question you had was about the heating of the pool. That pool is actually comfortably heated at 87 degrees year-round, so that shouldn't be a problem even if the weather isn't as hot or as nice as you would like it to be.
All right. I know you mentioned the buffet.
Yep.
So what kind of foods do you guys offer during the game?
So we do offer a wide variety of food choices, but we do, all ballparks have our ballpark food. We offer food such as, for example, barbecue chicken, hot dogs, cheeseburgers, mac and cheese, chips, fruit, and more. And even if the kids don't like any of that stuff, we have other concession stands located around the ballpark with other food options.
Okay. We do have a couple students that have very hard peanut allergies. Do you guys use peanut oil in your food when you cook?
Yeah, another common question. No, we do not use peanut oil when we cook our food.
Okay. This all sounds pretty good. What are the steps moving forward with this?
All right, so if you are interested, I just have a few more questions to get the final analysis for this event. My next question would be, how do you usually promote these kinds of events?
We usually hand out flyers so all of our students to take home, as well as make regular announcements during the weeks leading up to the event.
All right. So if it helps you, we can actually mail over a couple hundred flyers so that you can give these out to the students, make it a little easier for you guys and the students. And if you would like, we can also come out to the school, to come and talk to the students about the day. How does that sound?
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea if you could come out to the school and sell the event to our students. For that Wednesday or Thursday game we are thinking about, do you happen to have any special promotions going on?
We do. So those two dates I mentioned are actually both of our education days for the season, which means our stadium is going to be filled up with many schools for school trips. This gives your students an opportunity to meet new friends and people their age and hang out with them throughout the game. We also have fun educational games that go on throughout the game, on the field and off the field. And on top of this, we have a bunch of group merchandise, because I did notice you said you had a little room in the budget for maybe some merchandise for your students, like a little souvenir. Does this sound like something that would interest you and maybe you'd want to know a little bit more about?
Actually, yes, I would like to know more about that because, as we did mention, there is a little wiggle room in our budget if the tickets aren't going to cost us too much money. What kind of merchandise do you have available?
All right, so I just got this from another one of our employees. We are having some discounts on our merchandise for that week, excuse me. So for just $4 each, we have mini bats, koozies, logo balls, foam fingers. On top of that, we have customizable t-shirts, pint glasses, and jerseys, which are going to be a little more expensive. And one of our more expensive but popular items is a baseball cap. Do any of these sound interesting to you?
They all sound pretty interesting, honestly. What item do you think for a big group of 18-year-olds?
So for 18-year-olds, I would probably go with the koozies. I know the kids love koozies. They can bring them to the beach, use them at home during the summertime. I think they'll really like those. And for you guys, it's one of our more affordable merchandise products. Does that sound maybe like something you'd be interested in?
That does sound pretty good. How much do you think roughly 270 koozies would cost us?
Alright, so at only $4 for that many, if I just do the math here real fast, it's going to come out to $1,080. And adding that into the price of the tickets, we're going to bring that total up to roughly $7,030 for the group outing right now.
Okay, that price sounds good. Because if we were going to go through with this, we would still need room in our budget to get to the stadium.
Yeah, busing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and actually, if it helps you out, we can bring some sample koozies when we come visit the school so your students can see them. Does that sound good to you?
Yes, it does.
Alright, so now one final question. What does your decision process look like? It sounds like we're doing pretty well here. Can we book this now, or do you need to talk to somebody before we go through with this?
I would love to book it now. Ultimately, the final decision is up to me, but I'm just going to run it by our principal and a couple of our senior class officers to get a general consensus about doing our senior class trip with you guys this year.
Okay. Now, based on everything that we have discussed today, I think we can make an excellent outing for you guys at St. Charles to our stadium. So, with the information I've gathered, we're looking at May 8th or May 9th. They're both education days. We're thinking about reserving that pool area for you, along with souvenir koozies. So that total is going to be $7,030. Excuse me. We do require a deposit of $1,000 for a group of your size. We would need that deposit about 2 months in advance. So that would bring February, March. So that would be about March 8th or 9th. We're going to need that deposit by at the latest. Another front office member and I will visit your student and speak to them about the event, and we usually do that about a month before game time. And I think that's all we have discussed today. Do you have any other questions for me that I can answer for you today?
I do not. This all sounds great, but like I said, I don't want to move forward until I speak to our principal about it.
Well, actually, you guys are so close that if you want, I can actually come with you to that meeting with your principal and try to sell the event. Do you think that would be helpful?
I think that would make things go over a lot easier. Is there any chance you could come by next week?
Yeah, next week. Let me take a look at my calendar. I'll be in all week, but I've got some room on February 20th. Does that sound like a good day to come out?
Yes, that sounds perfect.
All right, awesome. So I will send you everything that we have discussed today in an email, and I'll follow up with you on February 19th, the day before I'll be coming over to the school to talk to your principal. And again, my name is Patrick. If you have any questions that come up in the next week, don't hesitate to call or contact me. I can be reached at 610-370-2255, or you can always email me at pduffy@fightins.com.
All right, thank you again for calling today. We'll be in touch next week.
Sounds good, thank you. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a great day.
Have a good day.